Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, March 28th, at 3:29 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 574 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. 2 top Democrats want support from at least 10 Republicans for gun background check bill. Haitians march in favor of Constitution as it turns 34 and President seeks overhaul. New Jersey parents sue school districts to force them to reopen. Dad stuffed baby wipe into infant's mouth before she choked to death, Ohio cops say. Auschwitz Museum slams New Yorker Holocaust piece on Poland. Man shot to death outside Houston gas station, 2 others injured. Toledo Magazine, feral swine a growing problem across the landscape. Congresswoman-elect whose husband died of COVID-19 urges hesitant Americans to use my story and get vaccinated. Many Brazilians disregard the pleas to stay at home. Graham slammed for touting straight NRA propaganda, survivalist AR-15 fantasy in interview. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Deshaela Harris, Bad Girls Club star, identified as a Virginia Beach shooting victim, CNN. Indiana hires Knicks assistant Mike Woodson as former Hoosiers star replaces Archie Miller as coach, CBS Sports. 2 tugboats deployed to Egypt's Suez Canal as shippers avoided, Minneapolis Star Tribune. Undefeated Gonzaga advances to Elite 8 extended highlights, March Madness. Nike denies involvement with Lil Nas X Satan shoes containing human blood, NBC News. Birx recalls very difficult call with Trump, says hundreds of thousands of COVID deaths were preventable, NBC News. Wisconsin health officials report no COVID-19 deaths for second time in 7 days, WBAY. Justin Bieber's Justice is the #1 album, unseating Morgan Wallen after 10 weeks, Pitchfork. Nashville floods leave behind rising rivers, submerged roads and multiple deaths, NPR. This Microsoft Flight Simulator mod features the cargo ship stuck in the Suez Canal, The Verge. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Video shows Maryland police screaming at, threatening crying 5-year-old boy. Alabama Shakes drummer facing child abuse charges. Hillary Duff shares magical photo from home water birth after having baby girl. 2 teen girls charged with murder in carjacking death of Uber Eats driver. 4 dead, more than 100 rescued after heavy rainfall floods Tennessee. Maya Rudolph's Beyond Cannot Take the Heat in Hot Ones parody on SNL. New York lawmakers agree to legalize recreational marijuana. Double down, swing district Democrats embrace Biden agenda. Suicide bombers attack Palm Sunday mass in Indonesia, wounding at least 14. Opening statements in Derek Chauvin's trial set for Monday. Here's what to know. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Vaccine clinic held at barbershop. NC teachers applaud bill to waive PTO fee. MSP, suspect shoots at driver after being flipped off. Funeral home employee celebrates 60 years. Jackie Robinson artwork damaged in delivery. Frontline worker walks for first time in over a year. Hospital chaplain receives 16,000 paper cranes. Serial molester pleads guilty to 8 counts. Police, former teacher abused teen. Outreach program for gun violence survivors. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. How sanctions hurt Iranian women. Russia trumpets coronavirus vaccine exports, while quietly importing doses. As blocked ships back up the Suez Canal, hopes turn to tide in time. Virus cases in Florida are rising, especially among the young. For them, NYC will never be the same. Glenn S. Lunny dies at 84, oversaw NASA flights from Mission Control. Flooding in Nashville kills at least 4 as water keeps rising. 10 months after George Floyd's death, Minneapolis residents at war over policing. Inside the battle over George Floyd Square. Billions, yes, billions, of Brood X cicadas will soon emerge. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Trevor Lawrence no fan of Lil Nas X's Satan shoes. Texas Democrat shares new photos of migrant kids being held at the southern border. Stanford romps into Elite Eight, 89-62 over Missouri State. Europe's top teams win WC qualifiers as Swiss move goalposts. White House reporter accuses Pakistani migrant son of pushing far-right narratives for DC murder concern. Ohio Christian College professor who rejected transgender students' pronouns can sue university, court rules. Biden admin asks for government volunteers at the border amid crisis. Booker's 35 points lead Suns past Hornets 101-97 in OT. Indiana Hoosiers to hire Mike Woodson as coach. Unbeaten Zags keep rolling with 83-65 rout of Creighton. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, March 28th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Kevin Bacon and Aldous Hodge on City on a Hill. It's an interesting time to be making a show that has a lot to do with race. This is something the athletes deserved. Athletes Unlimited CEO John Patrikoff on paid pregnancy leave policy. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Ashley King surpasses his fundraising goal of $1 million for his daughter Azalea. Woody Allen gives first TV interview in 30 years as he addresses accusations of pedophilia. Newcastle, drum washes up on beach hours after another was pulled from the ocean in Sydney's Coogee. Eyes to the skies for superworm moon, third full moon of the year is spotted over UK. UK drugs busters were told 2 years ago about British Cycling's private drug testing of riders. Incompetent police blasted over death of air stewardess. Ian Herbert, the memory of our golden summer has been tarnished. Celebrity personal trainer reveals the best exercise to tackle a midlife middle. Trapped in his own body by a cruel disease, Peter Scott Morgan pushed science and doctors to limit. Emmanuel Macron insists France will match UK's vaccination success. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Coronavirus live news, UK passes 30 vaccinations, France accelerates rollout. Warnock urges Biden to prioritize fight against voter suppression. Most U.S. COVID deaths could have been mitigated after first 100,000, Burke says. Late Dani Olmo goal rescues Spain and Georgia as Denmark hit 8. Mozambique, up to 60 missing after insurgents attack convoy. Everything is riding on the outcome, Minneapolis braces for Chauvin trial. Virginia Beach man shot and killed by police with college football player. USA continue winning run with victory over weakened Northern Ireland. Harry Kane takes center stage as efficient England see off Albania. Kurdish forces enter detention camp in Syria to eliminate ISIS cells. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Severe weather brings major flash flooding, tornado south as threat moves east. Suicide bomb hits Palm Sunday mass in Indonesia, 14 wounded. City holds distanced ceremonies for mass shooting victims. 6 dead, 1 injured in small plane crash in northern Mexico. Georgia lawmaker shaken but resolved following arrest at election bill signing. 8 injured, 2 dead in multiple Virginia Beach shootings. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Myanmar coup, generals celebrated amid global fury over massacre. Bolsonaro, Brazil's president ordered to pay damages to journalist. Isami, hot dogs, hungry horses and orange skies. Makassar explosion, worshippers wounded in Indonesian church bombing. Coronavirus, search after people flee Dublin hotel quarantine. Suez Canal, effort to refloat wedged container ship continues. Earth Hour, cities around the world turn lights off. The lost letters that found New York drag scene's secret trailblazers. Kenya's Mike Sonko, the rise and fall of Nairobi's ex-governor. India coronavirus, the high-risk young demanding COVID jabs. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. There's nothing to be fearful of, parents and activists are fighting to keep transgender girls in school sports. Insurrection fundraiser, Capitol riot extremists, Trump supporters continue to raise money for lawyer bills online. Here are the jurors who will decide if Derek Chauvin is guilty of murder or manslaughter in George Floyd's death. New York to legalize recreational marijuana, vote expected within days. This affects all of us, marches, rallies against Asian hate crime see widespread participation. 2 dead and 8 injured in chaotic Virginia Beach oceanfront shootings, police say. Today in history for March 28. Rally in Los Angeles against Asian hate crimes. Migrant families share what drove them to leave home and what awaited them at the border. For many migrants able to cross U.S. border, there's often chaos, COVID tests and then relief. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. First Lady Jill Biden to visit California next week for Cesar Chavez holiday. Prosecutors in San Francisco, Seattle charge men with anti-Asian hate crimes. Happy ending to latest dog theft, French bulldog puppy found after North Hollywood robbery. As COVID-19 cases fall, LA County public health officials urge vigilance as holidays approach. Celebrating women photographers, Mariah Todger. Hundreds march in LA's Koreatown as part of Stop Asian Hate rallies across the country. Mount Rubidoux Easter sunrise service will be live-streamed due to pandemic. Column, it's a guaranteed income program, but think of it as a test case for reparations. Mad rush for COVID-19 vaccine is on for Californians ages 50 to 64 as expansion nears. 2 young Latino journalists have some words for Joe Biden: be honest, compassionate, respectful. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, March 28, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Help me, Mother Mandalay resident shot and burnt alive by junta's troops. Suez Canal, time running out for 92,000 animals stranded on ships. Public schools in Japan's Saga Prefecture will no longer regulate Czech students' underwear color. Video shows Halifax officer saying, "I will kill you for a," laugh at man with hands up. Germany must suppress virus now or risk losing control, Merkel aide says. Younger Brazilians are dying from COVID in an alarming new shift. Words are not enough, UN official urges world to act after at least 114 killed in Myanmar in one day. Philippines sends fighter aircraft over Chinese vessels in South China Sea. Don't shoot, Ethiopian father begged Eritrean soldiers, daughter says. H&M erased from Chinese internet amid Xinjiang statement. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has been ordered to pay compensation to a journalist for making degrading remarks against her. According to the decision by a Sao Paulo court, Bolsonaro will have to pay 20,000 reais, about $3,500, to Patricia Campos Melo. Brazil's COVID-19 crisis spirals out of control. An open-sky laboratory for viral mutations. More than 300,000 Brazilians have died from the coronavirus, and far-right President Jair Bolsonaro's denial of a crisis is putting the whole world at risk. Myanmar coup, U.S. horrified by deadliest day since military takeover. China sanctions wife of Joe Manchin, other U.S. and Canadian officials. Australia threatens to take China to WTO and backs Boris Johnson's stance on Uyghur abuses. The next headlines are from Forbes. Just how real is Volkswagen's conversion to electric vehicles? Michigan's Quaddy says he met with Cleveland Browns ahead of 2021 NFL Draft. How India is leveraging its foreign relations to benefit its startups. Independent home furnishings retailers are losing. Only the big and virtual will survive. U.S. impact from Suez blockage will be minimal, largely on East Coast. Denver Nuggets trades for Aaron Gordon and Javale McGee add athleticism, size and defense to roster. UFC 260 Myosic vs. Ngannou, results, winners, bonuses and highlights. Brooklyn Nets shock NBA world again, land LaMarcus Aldridge. NCAA coaching carousel, DePaul to focus elsewhere as Kenny Payne will remain with Knicks. Mohamed Sanu returns to the San Francisco 49ers and other notes after Friday's blockbuster trade. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,695,017,474 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Piers Morgan stokes Meghan Markle, Sharon Osbourne controversies. Saturday Night Live's Bowen Yang joins Weekend Update to say do more to stop anti-Asian racism. Saturday Night Live, Maya Rudolph and Martin Short host Passover Seder as Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff. Saturday Night Live sketch slams Miami Beach Spring Breakers for starting fourth wave of COVID. Chadwick Boseman's wife, Simone Ledward Boseman, advocates for cancer awareness at NAACP Image Awards. Comic-Con plans in-person convention on Thanksgiving weekend 2021. NAACP Image Awards 2021, the complete televised winners list. Lisa Ling rallies demonstrators at LA Stop Asian Hate March, something so powerful is happening right now. Lil Nas X claps back at critics of Montero video. The Oxy Kingpins Review, a muckraking documentary reveals how the scandal of the opioid crisis actually worked. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Libraries are key tools for people getting out of prison, even during a pandemic. Nike accused of using disability to hype new hands-free sneaker. Man with 6 firearms arrested at grocery store following tip from startled shopper. Asian American local leader shows army scars, is this patriot enough? Race to free giant ship from Suez Canal continues. Asteroid Apophis not a risk to Earth for at least 100 years, NASA says. Indonesian mountain of fire erupts again. Tennessee becomes third state this month to enact restrictions for transgender athletes. 2 dead, at least 8 others wounded in chaotic Virginia Beach shootings. At least 114 people killed in Myanmar as violence continues to escalate. The following headlines are from the week. Why Iran experts are skeptical about the significance of Tehran's New Deal with Beijing. Main GOP overwhelmingly rejects Collins censure. Georgia GOP election official who debunked Trump's fraud claims defends state's new voting restrictions. Don't miss this thrilling Sweet 16 matchup featuring two freshman phenoms. Boehner to back Ohio congressman against Trump-aligned primary challenger. Why Biden's comments have little to do with North Korea's weapons strategy. 10 things you need to know today, March 27, 2021. Myanmar military leader says army aims to safeguard democracy as security forces kill dozens of protesters. Why conservatives should hate Georgia's voting restrictions. The Republicans surrender to gun violence. The next headlines are from Universe Today. The Event Horizon Telescope has revealed the magnetic field lines around M87's central black hole. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, March 28. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Evidence of a brand new physics? The beautiful abundance of Rho Ophiuchi. Is Oumuamua a frozen piece of an exopluto? When is Easter in 2021? First full moon of the season on March 28. 57th anniversary of North America's biggest earthquake. Golden hour at an Indiana lake. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. U.S., European defense chiefs condemn violence in Myanmar. Biden's first 100 days. Boris Johnson talks tough on China following sanctions against UK MPs. Senate faces a new post-tragedy quagmire as anti-Asian hate crimes rise. Collins avoids state party censure after voting to convict Trump. Blinken condemns China's sanctions on U.S. officials. Be aware, the Pentagon's target list for extremist infiltrators, right and left. DeSantis hires top GOP operated for 2022 campaign. Iran, China signs strategic long-term cooperation agreement. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Grafton Monday race fields and Maitland harness racing fields. 5 injured as Giants turn in shocker against undermanned Fremantle. Cowboys in crisis mode as Titans claim 36-point victory in Townsville. Discovering what lies beneath the mask. Goodwin penalty and Gauchi heroics deny off-color Sydney FC. Gardner's batting too much for Anzi in match-winning innings as Perry not used as bowler. 9 requests assistance from government after major cyber attack. Line crossed, Storm complained to NRL, Fox Sports over Bellamy bashing. Monumental, Beveridge lauds Bulldogs' progress after West Coast win. McPherson nails Eagle to see off Young Bucks at NSW Open. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. What's worth streaming? Here's everything coming to Amazon Prime Video in April 2021. What's worth streaming? Here's what's coming to Hulu in April 2021, and what's leaving. Disney again reshuffles its movie releases, Black Widow to stream for extra fee. What's worth streaming? Here's what's coming to Netflix in April 2021, and what's leaving. Disney Plus now costs $1 more a month. Newswatch, April has been bullish for stocks but you shouldn't bet on a repeat this year. Where should I retire? I want to retire in a liberal thinking area on $3,000 a month, including rent. Where should I go? NerdWallet, the new normal of travel. 10 things that can seriously impact your next trip. The big move: my in-laws are underwater on their mortgage and their home is in disrepair. Should they just walk away and move in with us? The moneyest: I lost my job at 55 and started my own successful business. I now constantly get texts from friends and former co-workers asking how I did it. What do I do? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Now bioengineer partners with industry expert. Now innovations to launch successful spin-off commercializing mobility technologies. Prescott News. Randy Harper obituary, 2021, Billings, MT, Billings Gazette, Legacy.com. China, the land of very interesting possibilities, innovation origins. The next headlines are from Quartz. Why Netflix won't risk a true crackdown on password sharing. Russia is in no hurry to see the Suez Canal reopened. McKinsey faces its moment of reckoning. Why the Financial Times was ready for the financial crisis, but not Brexit. What the NFT crypto art craze means for artists. Oscar shortlisted Night of the Kings is inspired by West African griots. Health technicians' healthy outlook, Motsip's mandate, griot storytelling. The U.S.'s other health crisis, Suez Canal fiasco, NFT's carbon footprint. The following headlines are from TechDirt. This week in TechDirt history, March 21-27. Poof, Taylor Swift, Evermore theme park lawsuits dropped with no money exchanged. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Tyron Woodley. Syracuse basketball. Sean O'Malley. Palm Sunday. LaMarcus Aldridge. Oral Roberts. Baylor University. Oregon State basketball. Baylor basketball. Myanmar. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Emotional Cristiano Ronaldo says entire nation has been wronged by shocking goal decision as Portugal boss claims ref apologized. Russia eyes quadrupling production of Alexandrite and increasing its American League Division Series output by 20%. Global carriers forced to reroute ships to avoid massive Suez Canal traffic jam. Fury after CNN refers to Uber Eats driver's death during carjacking by teen girls as accident. Russia to debut world's first electric plane at Max 2021 Airshow. I'm ready, Francis Ngannou eyes John Jones fight after brutally knocking out Stipe Miocic to become UFC heavyweight champ. Video. 14 injured after Catholic Church in Indonesia hit by suspected suicide bomb attack. Videos. Protest outside Oklahoma jail after police shoot and kill inmate who took corrections officer hostage over poor conditions. Video. We love you, Khabib Nurmagomedov hails Coach Mendes after cornering the Justini gangster cousin Abu Bakr in UFC 260 win. Video. At least one dead after knife-wielding attacker goes on stabbing rampage at Canadian library. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Escobar, US NATO versus Russia-China in a hybrid war to the finish. A hunger inside you, your vibrator can now update you on the status of your food delivery. Could the US ban buns? Australia tried something pretty close. 77% of Americans are worried about soaring inflation. China and Russia are winning the new space race. Montana senator complains local meth producers cannot compete with Mexican imports. How lockdowns devastated the cruise industry. Iran and China sign massive 25-year deal, $400 billion Chinese infrastructure investment for oil. The tail wags the dog as news becomes propaganda. Amazon denies workers were forced to pee in bottles, then people brought receipts. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Indonesia cathedral rocked by Palm Sunday suicide bombing. Why are football teams protesting against Qatar 2022 World Cup? Has COVID-19 fatigue caused a third wave in Europe? War-torn Syria rations fuel amid ongoing closure of Suez Canal. Suspects arrested over killing of militia leader in eastern Libya. Maidan Market, Indian sporting goods market fighting for survival. The actress defying cultural norms to tell new stories in Iraq. Suicide attack rocks Indonesia church, several wounded. Thousands attend Barcelona rock concert after COVID tests. Army fires at funeral as Myanmar mourns day of mass murder. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Virgil, when wokeness damages Democrats. State Senator Mark Moore's chosen as GOP candidate for New Mexico's special election. Anonymous donor gives Kentucky grandpa a new smile. USA Today editor fired after blaming angry white man for Boulder shooting. Community helps miracle girl find her beloved blanket. GOP Rep Rogers, Fort Pelosi is all theater, trying to create the impression that Republicans are dangerous. Report, frustrated gun controllers dig in for long game. Kenya, hospitals charging for coronavirus vaccines government says they don't have. Community installs park swing for boy with special needs, we are blown away. Los Angeles area woman, dog fatally stabbed, suspect knocked out with rock. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Part 6 of 7, tall blondes and red-haired non-humans in Brazil. Part 5 of 7, what is relationship between tall blonde and tall red-haired non-humans? The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Top 20 things we want to do on a post-COVID vacation, and airline change fees are crucial. Software exec becomes garbage guy walking 12 miles every day in DC to pick up trash during pandemic. Federal judge blocks further oil and gas extraction on Ohio's only national forest. Oklahoma Goodwill employee finds $42,000 hidden in donated clothing and her integrity pays off. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Coldplay adopts a barge that plucks plastic out of the river before it flows to the ocean. Max the cockatoo is known as a cluckatoo for his flawless chicken impression. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, March 28th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Army fires at funeral as Myanmar mourns day of mass murder. Australia News. Al Jazeera. AI created some amazing new pickup lines. Oh, these will work. French monks locked down with 2.8 tons of cheese pray for buyers. NASA discovers gas emanating from Uranus. Truck carrying evergreen container causes traffic jam in China, picture goes viral. 3 lesser-known facts about Holi celebration, every parent should teach to child. A man demanded his final paycheck, the auto shop delivered 91,500 greasy pennies. Officers discover emotional support python during DUI stop. Scientists harvest electricity from radio wave to power wearable devices. Anchorage Costco customers say ravens are stealing their groceries in the parking lot. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Increase traffic, sales, and more with this UI UX design training for just $15. Master OS, CompTIA, and more with this IT certification and training prep, now under $100. I tried to use the ad tech industry's tool to opt out of personalized ads. Did it work? Scientists are trying to redefine how we measure time. Here's why. Take your music to the next level with this wearable smart devices for musicians. Looking to dive into photography? Learn the foundations through this training for $2 per course. Here's why cassette tape sales doubled during the pandemic. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, March 28 from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. From Iowa State to ice baths in the bubble, Matt Thomas and the Utah Jazz have some history together. Gordon Munson, leaving Utah, steals away Craig Smith from Utah State, and comes away with a diamond. Republican women say they experienced a toxic environment in the Salt Lake County GOP. Clearfield police searching for missing at-risk teen. After plane crash, Utah passes law requiring pilot insurance. Navajo Nation extends safer at-home order. Gordon Munson, when churches and arenas fully open up again, will you go? Salt Lake County GOP chairman resigns amid criticism. Utah reports 389 new COVID-19 cases, 13 deaths. How this earthquake not prompted one Utah school district to make all of its buildings safer. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. New online science fiction dictionary pushes back origin of the word robot to 1920. Unix's founders created another OS at Bell Labs, Plan 9. Attackers breach 21,000 Microsoft Exchange servers, install malware implicating Brian Krebs. Amazon argues with U.S. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders on Twitter. Scientists boost an idea long thought outlandish, reflecting the sun's rays. Curl's 20th anniversary celebrated with 3D printed GitHub steel contribution graph. OpenSSL fixes a high-severity flaw that allowed crashing of servers. Will programming by voice be the next frontier in software development? No evidence to support Trump CDC director's theory about coronavirus origin. 3 Russian ballistic missile submarines just surfaced through the Arctic ice together. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Neighbor fatally shoots St. Louis man who was arguing with girlfriend. Missouri COVID update, hospitalizations, case averages have plateaued. Columbia, Mo man charged with attempted sex trafficking. St. Louis County Library distributing 1,500 grant pad tablets. Feral cat relocated to local warehouse to help with mouse problem. Picking up highway litter costs Illinois $6 million a year. Saturday evening storms cause damage across Madison County, Illinois. Madison County opens vaccine eligibility to those 16 years and older. Photos, check out viewer pictures from severe storms across the area. St. Charles County drive-through vaccination event Saturday ends early due to severe weather. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. How guaranteed income for residents might work, as modeled by a California city. Clerk arrested for selling alcohol to underage decoy, deputies say. San Diego enjoying summer-like conditions Sunday. Men pull up in SUV, beat and stab man walking down South Bay Street. News now, asylum seekers arrive, weather warms up and drivers flee police. Why can ages 16, 17 get the Pfizer vaccine but not Moderna or Johnson & Johnson? Driver hits pedestrian, 2 cars in Fairmount Park. A full worm moon will rise this weekend. Comic-Con reveals dates for November 2021 in-person event. Imperial Beach shoreline reopens after water contact warning. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. How to watch the James Bond movies in order, chronologically and by release date. A massive hack that Google thwarted was actually a counter-terrorism operation. If you invested $1,000 in Apple stock 1 year ago, here's how much you'd have now. Video, close-up footage shows endangered Siberian tigress and cub is covering hidden camera trap, the Tennessee Tribune. Spying history, newly unearthed letter sheds light on LI espionage ring. Eddie Izzard turns hometown history into spy thriller. Peace process has gone adrift in Afghanistan, column, Spy's Eye, EnglishLogMet.com. Fears Parliament House hacked by China. Radhika apt to star in spy entertainer Mrs. Undercover, Bollywood news, Bollywood hungama. The UK professor, a fake Russian spy and the undercover serious sting. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Italian newest aircraft carrier officially ready to operate F-35B fighter. Semi-autonomous robot dogs helps the U.S. Air Force to improve bases security. U.S. Air Force completes restoration of second B-52H Stratofortress bomber. France readies to offer Rafale fighter jets to Ukraine. Despite electrical system problems, Russian Il-112V will begin test flights. Turkmenistan could become first export customer for Serbian new combat vehicle. U.S. Air Force seeking new multi-role unmanned aircraft system. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, March 28, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. San Jose historic building moving to be remodeled for affordable housing. Antioch police pursuit. One suspect still at large after shooting family dog. Now we close the doggy door at night. South Carolina woman finds coyote in her kitchen. 4 dead after record rains caused flash flooding in Tennessee. Why aging wine in space creates different taste, smell. How two friends made art history buying a $70 digital work. Did COVID-19 stress, uncertainty stall anti-smoking push? Nirvana Soul, sisters turned dream to reality with coffee shop in San Jose. Why you should update your iPhone ASAP. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Germany beats Romania in W Cup qualifying, Iceland flounders. Parts of Stearns Road closed for repair projects. Booker scores 35 points, Suns outlast Hornets 101-97 in OT. More than 16% of Illinoisans fully vaccinated, COVID-19 hospitalizations on the rise. Cook County taking appointments for 25,000 more doses at 4 sites including Des Plaines. Constable, college kid dominates in Final Four, turns pro, in tuba. 1 dead, 3 hurt in party bus shooting near Chicago. Willowbrook man charged with injuring 3 officers in courtroom. 700 people participate in Bloomingdale's drive-through Easter event. District 203 educators, students defend equity training. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Malawi, Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, China, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.7 m, depth 40 km, in southeast of Honshu, Japan March 28, 2021, 026 UTC, about 11,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Croatia March 27, 2021, 1347 UTC, 280,000 people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, March 28th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Showers ending this evening, sunshine returns Monday. Or moon, how to see the next full moon in the sky this weekend. Teen girls charged with murder, carjacking of Uber Eats driver in D.C. Plus Life Episode 1, Live Your Best Life. Staples, Office Depot offering 2 laminature COVID-19 vaccine cards for free. No layups, Houston Cougars make the Elite Eight, a conversation with ESPN's Cameron Wolfe and more. Leon Hale, Texas writer and columnist, dies at 99. Reward increased to $55,000 for information on murder of pizza delivery man. Is this patriot enough? Asian American official lifts up shirt, shows military scars during speech about racism. Fentanyl exposure prompts hazmat response at Nassau Bay apartment. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Florida big man Castleton enters NBA draft for feedback. Highly regarded prospect Jess Chisholm wins Marlins 2B job. Mad Bum gets opening day start on mound for Diamondbacks. La Tech rallies, beats Colorado State in NIT consolation game. Red Wings score 3 in third period to surge past Jackets 4-1. Mexico leader decries beer, milk production in arid areas. Lawmakers consider raises for state, higher ed employees. Final Four drought will end for either Baylor or Arkansas. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, feeling guilty about your vaccine comorbidity? As U.S. sees COVID uptick, NYC cases remain mostly flat but stubbornly high. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Police search for man caught on video slashing boutique worker's face in Washington Heights. City inspector suspended over racist slur in official letter to Asian residents. Columbia grad students on strike over wages and harassment policies, NYU counterparts voting on similar actions. NYC firefighter arrested after punching man in deadly fight outside Queens Bar. NYC leaves millions on table in uncollected parking tickets, new report finds. Cuomo and New York state lawmakers announce deal to legalize marijuana. Extra, if you dare to cycle 750 miles to Canada, check out this nifty bike guide. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. West Virginia House passes bill to ban enforcement of federal gun control, past, present and future. Why is everyone in Texas not buying? 2 teenage girls carjack and kill an Uber driver, CNN called it an accident. US NATO versus Russia-China in a hybrid war to the finish. This is the thing that Biden does not want you to see. Nation's first vaccine passport coming to New York. DHS preparing to use private contractors to scour public data and social media to compile dissident citizens for watch list and no-fly lists. Video, Biden's brain sputters out as he tries talking about the filibuster. Rutgers becomes first U.S. college to make COVID jabs mandatory for students. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Infant found alive after Egypt building collapse. Is UN chief deeply shocked by conditions at migrant detention centers? Did Costco founder say I will kill you to CEO who wanted to raise hot dog prices? Did a truck carrying an evergreen container block a Chinese highway? Jurors in ex-police officers' high-profile trial face heavy burden. Do maps show increased shipping traffic around Cape of Good Hope due to Suez blockage? Expelled from U.S. at night, migrant families weigh next steps. Have episodes of Hawaii 5-0 feet been suppressed? Colorado massacre spurs calls for state action on gun deaths. Suicide bomb hits Palm Sunday mass in Indonesia, 20 wounded. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Dr. Birx recounts very uncomfortable Trump conversation. I feel like I was being watched. Our favorite steamers and mops for cleaning any mess. Chris Wallace grills Graham on Georgia voting law. Why on earth is it illegal to give voters water? Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton's feud over who made who cry rumbles on. Over-the-top Mayan tomb reveals men who lived a bit too large. The Senate tells women to smile more and talk less. The U.S.-Mexico vaccine deal is inciting a brutal migrant crackdown. The better mask really is better than most I've tried. The priest who summited North America's highest peak. Sidney Powell's just kidding defense is seriously, literally nuts. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Gonzaga basketball stars Corey Kispert, Jen Worth celebrate 3 years together. French bulldog puppy found safe in LA after Lady Gaga-style robbery. Letters to the editor, March 29, 2021. Biden says he's optimistic about passing gun control through divided Senate. What to expect from the George Floyd murder trial. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Glynn Lunny, legendary NASA flight director, dies at 84. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. U.S. surgeons perform successful COVID-to-COVID double lung transplant. Vaccine efforts surge amid spike in COVID infections across the nation. Fauci warns against potential new COVID-19 surge as cases remain high. Julia Letlow, new congresswoman whose husband died from COVID, encourages Americans to get vaccinated. Global health experts worry over concerning COVID variants. Gottlieb says vaccines should provide pretty big backstop against new virus surge. Millions brace for severe weather this weekend. Former CDC director sparks controversy with coronavirus lab theory. World celebrates Earth Hour by turning off non-essential lights. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. 2 dead, 1 injured in shooting at Maryland convenience store. CIT, runaway horses bring traffic to a halt during slow-speed pursuit in Tulsa. Mother apparently falls to her death from resort balcony near Kangan. Mayoral candidate Adams gloves up, takes jabs at city, state leaders during visit to Gleason's gym. NY State Senator Brian Benjamin's campaign expenses raise questions about propriety. Florida woman charged with murder of dad 2 years later. Maryland bomb squad detonates Civil War cannonball. Convicted serial killer Joseph Duncan dies on death row. Oregon Police Department to change name of K-9 officer Lil Kim after complaints. The following headlines are from military.com. Putin hails Russian military's performance in Arctic drills. North Korea accuses Biden of provocation after missile test. Philly Proud Boys president denies inciting Capitol riot as he fights for pretrial release. Man accused of assaulting Asian vet charged with hate crime. Report, military cleanup in Puerto Rico island slow going. Marines vow safety improvements after fatal AAV accident reveals serious flaws. NASA gives all clear, Earth safe from asteroid for 100 years. Report clears France of complicity in 1994 Rwandan genocide. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. In new book, Duckworth says childhood travails fueled her patriotism, and in an interview doesn't rule out a future run for president. At least 1 dead, firefighter injured in East Garfield Park fire. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers. Here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code. Search for your neighborhood. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 46,891 additional people fully vaccinated for a total of 2,063,530, 16.2% of the state's population including 46.49% of those over 65, 110,211 doses administered yesterday. Daily Illinois coronavirus graphs, 23 new deaths, 2,250 new confirmed and probable cases and 65,729 new test results. The statewide positivity rate for cases is 3.2%. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 110,211 vaccine doses, 2,250 COVID-19 cases, 23 deaths reported Sunday. Mayor Lori Lightfoot earned more than $350K from law firm during first year in office, tax return shows. Cook County judge orders release for man shot in deadly mass attack accused of having gun in slide lock. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Cities worldwide dim lights to mark Earth Hour. Spurred by lockdown, Spain gives 4-day week a try. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, March 28th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The world's largest pyramid is hidden within a hill. What real Vikings wore, according to archaeologists. The science of migraines. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Tragic, 3 kids among 5 dead after Arkansas apartment fire. Denmark routs Moldova 8-0 after pre-game t-shirt protest. 2 killed, 1 wounded in shooting at convenience store. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. San Diego County pays $4 in misconduct suits against deputy. Sponsored, Autopia, 2021 Aston Martin Vantage, stunning, fast, flawed. Box office, Godzilla vs. Kong sets global pandemic record. Watsonville, fire reported after plane crashes near school. Syria forced to ration fuel as stricken ship keeps Suez Canal blocked. Sponsored, the 2021 GMC Yukon Denali 4W The Ultimate Edition SUV. NCAA Women's Tournament, Stanford rolls past Missouri State in Sweet 16. Serial killer on federal death row dies at Indiana hospital. Traffic crash in Oakland leaves Richmond's man dead. Rebels besiege town in northern Mozambique for 5th day. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Joe Biden, U.S. working on Myanmar response after dozens killed. New Mexico reports 167 new COVID-19 cases but no new deaths. Beleaguered bakery regroups after being struck twice by cars. Tragic, 3 kids among 5 dead after Arkansas apartment fire. Joe Biden rips Trump plan to visit U.S., Mexico border. Inside the Beltway, 42 million want to migrate to the U.S. Nebraska group raises over $1 for Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Juvenile arrested in shooting death of man. The next headlines are from The Intercept. After half-century in prison, elderly Black Panther should not be left to die. An all-white jury sent Rayford Burke to death row. Will North Carolina's efforts to make amends be enough? One man is standing in the way of an investigation into Cuomo's nursing home scandal. Oscars face stark choice over war movie Quo Vadis, Aida. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, March 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Clearing of woody weeds in Baringo County, Kenya, may yield major livelihood benefits. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man dead, firefighter hurt in East Garfield Park fire. Coronavirus Live blog, March 28, 2021, West Side leaders back Loretto Hospital amid vaccine scandal. Next man up is White Sox motto heading into 2021 season. Chicago outdoors, owl fledgling on north side, more blue snow, blue catfish, Hemingway. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy shows us once again why he's got to go. Congress, pass this easy fix so more young people can get student loan relief. Cubs begin finalizing opening day roster, only backup catcher spot remains. Indiana will hire Mike Woodson as next basketball coach. Person struck, killed by vehicle in back of the yards. 2,250 new COVID-19 cases reported as state's positivity rate continues to climb. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, March 28, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are about world records making news. Record rain causes flash flooding in Tennessee. 4 dead, trib live. Avengers, Endgame fan breaks Guinness World Record after watching it 191 times, Screen Rant. First investment book sent into space, Investment Atlas II by Kenneth Weinensich World Record Academy. Double-gated world record set, harness link. Nokia breaks 5G world record with Turk Telecom, Nokia mob. Read next on Isle Sea swim world record broken at False Bay, Isle. Personal trainer attempts kettlebell world record all in the name of diabetes awareness, Kobe TV NBC 5 Cody TV NBC 2. French breaks world record in modern pentathlon World Cup return, Eurosport.com. Marvel fan watches Avengers, Endgame 191 times, breaking Guinness World Record, comicbook.com. MBTV, Francis Arthur Garenbeau resets world record swimming under ice, Macau business. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Sunday's best deals, Ninja Hot Plus cold brew coffee maker, solar-powered flickering torches, Ergo standing desk converter, Heidi and oak drawer organizers, and more. These chimps are all of us. Big Tech takes first steps to bring workers back to the office. WooOrg is finally going public thanks to merger with Box acquisition. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier's commentary on race is too much, and not enough. 2 Transformers movies are apparently still in the works. Saturday's best deals, Tech Life Auto Jump Starters and Tire Inflators, Casa Smart Home Products, Hask Hair Mask Packs, Rowing Machines, and more. Ditch that pricey gym membership and work out your whole body from home with a rowing machine for as low as $80. Make your latte or cappuccino habit a little friendlier on your wallet with a $190 deluxe Keurig coffee maker. Linktree raises $45 million for its link in bio social commerce service. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nawabshah in Pakistan at 113.72 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nico in Antarctica at minus 78.52 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 61.4 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Activision releases online-only PC game without online content, cracked in one day. A light show for every crit. How good are the $39 Pixel Smart Dice? Bus drivers bring adaptation of Alien to London's West End and Alien on stage. The ionizer in your kid's school may not do much to fight COVID. Vaccine FOMO is real. Here's how to deal with it. Can you make a comedy set during COVID-19? Recovery takes the idea for a drive. Are schools safe? Is the wrong question to be asking. What will it take to get a giant cargo ship unstuck from the Suez Canal? The following headlines are from Raw Story. In many cases mass shooters buy guns only after they decide to kill, data shows. Candace Owens shredded after racist rant justifying white supremacy. Just say you hate being black. Biden dismisses Trump's angry rant without even saying his name. Parkland mom blasts Lauren Boebert for her ridiculous defense of guns. Wisconsin's greatest national embarrassment, Ron Johnson put on notice by the NAACP that they're coming for him. Parler users melt down after finding out the social media platform shared Capitol riot info with the FBI, report. Right-wing pastor goes off on rapper Satan choosing racist sermon. You tell Lil Nas X I said so. Watch, Donald Trump hijacked a Mar-a-Lago wedding reception to rant about Joe Biden. Maria Bartiromo pushes Biden conspiracy theory. Obama is running things behind the scenes. Dominion attorney lays out how Fox News execs screwed up their billion-dollar lawsuit defense. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. These carbon-belching zombie fires just wouldn't die, until now. Uptick in COVID-19 cases alarms officials. A deadly day in Myanmar's bloody coup. Michigan Republican Party chair calls state leaders witches. What so many people are getting wrong about the border crisis. Los Angeles cops bring the Echo Park tent community to a violent end. Cutting your carbon footprint matters a lot, if you're rich. Disturbing, Black Georgia lawmakers react to arrest of colleague Park Cannon. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Outside in, looking for life in the gutter. New Hampshire Public Radio, New Hampshire Public Radio. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, March 28, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO lands near missile base, affects radio transmissions, strike team dispatched. UFOs engage Navy warships, again, FOIAs reveal. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, March 28, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.